Hello, my name is Wyatt, and today I'm going to be talking about friction within the animal kingdom. Now, friction, which defined by the Oxford Dictionary, is the resistance that one surface or object encounters when moving across another. So, a perfect example of this would be something like ice skating. Ice skating is the perfect example of something with very little friction. You're riding on a very thin film of water, so it's very easy to move across the ice. Now, an example of very hard friction would be something like Velcro, where it's hard to pull apart. You can't really move it across each other because it likes to bind. The force between the two is very high. So, an example of this within the animal kingdom would be that of beetles. Now, beetles' legs are filled with tons of microscopic hairs that, when planted across something like bark or leaves or really anything, they dig into the object and they just kind of hold. That friction is so strong, it's holding them. Now, this works a lot in the same way that Velcro does. Now, Velcro, as you can see, is the top side is a ton of small little loops of strings. Now, there's thousands of these, and then on the other side, there are a lot of these red hook-like things. And what happens when you press these two together, those strings kind of get wrapped around those hooks, and when you try to pull them up, you're trying to pull thousands or hundreds of those strings apart, which creates a lot of friction. So the beetle works in much of the same way as Velcro does, where these tiny hair molecules are digging into the bark and causing a lot of friction, allowing them to climb virtually almost anything. Now, another way friction is used in the animal kingdom is snakes. Snakes, when they're sleeping, they don't really move around, so they use friction to keep them from slipping off of trees or plants, and we've actually kind of implemented that into our shoes. Our shoes are almost always rubber on the bottom. Almost every shoe you come across will have a rubber base because it provides a lot of friction for us. It keeps us from sliding around and it helps us grip a ton. Notice how there's also textures in the rubber, which are a lot like most animals do, to allow for grip in harsh environments or rough environments where the ground is rough. And these are just two small examples of how friction are kind of used in the animal kingdom, but you can see how we've taken these applications of friction that these animals have evolved with and applied them to our own daily lives with Velcro and shoes. And this is kind of just shows how scientists are taking nanotechnology on kind of like the naturist side of it and implementing it more into our daily lives to help kind of simplify it. Because these creatures have gone through thousands, if not millions of years of evolution, and they will do it in the most effective manner, which is why we've implemented so many things from them. But yeah, so friction is used everywhere, but we can see really within our household objects and even in the animal kingdom. Thank you.